I was aware of an incident that a child was taken to Mount Medical Complex and you know, this child waited. Apparently this child was, you don't know if this child had an appendicitis. You don't know what, you just don't know what. And this child was taken to Mount Medical Science Complex. The child was referred to by a doctor there. Ladies and gentlemen, that child waited in hours to see a doctor. I had to directly get involved. I put up a post and some of you saw it and give me some shots of Monto, please. Give me a cover of Monto, because a cover video, because it's like you have to you have to change that name, Monto Medical Complex, to Monto Veterinary Clinic, because they treat you like animals. They treat you, you know, they treat you like animals. I mean, Saturday morning you go in there and you have to face two young girls at the desk, and they have this stinker's attitude. I don't know if they had bread and hog for breakfast. I don't know what they had. They have no way in speaking to you, the frontline people. I remember many years ago, they had the ushers and the persons that to meet you outside there, like people like Mary and them. Come back to me, and I want to tell you this. They had a woman called Mary, a short East Indian woman, beautiful girl, lady, and you would see her. Mary is her name. And Mary will take your document. Mary say, hi, welcome to Mount Hope. Are you getting through? Those things are, I mean, you meet two hoggish people. They are hoggish people, really hoggish people. And I don't care who's upset. I don't care if the CEO of NCRHA is upset with me, Davlin Thomas, but you need to change these people. When people come in pain at a hospital, at a public hospital, these are people, and people who go there, not everybody can take out a credit card and swipe it and go to a nursing home and swipe it, go to, and pay for medical. There are persons that rely totally on the public health sector. And hours pass, and it was not until I started to make calls and really press the button that they say, put it up on my fan page. I know when you hit my fan page, everybody's seen it. It's then after, in a couple minutes after they call it, because they all locked on, but it is shameful. And you know what's the bigger picture, ladies and gentlemen? With the Minister of Health, the who is who, do they take their children to Mount Hope? Let me ask you something. Do you take Sterling Dialting? Would you take your, I don't know if you have grandchildren. There's no way to disrespect you. I don't know if you have grandchildren or immediate relatives. Will you take your children there? Do you go there for treatment? Ministers, spouse and whatnot don't go to Mount Hope. They go abroad. You understand? And it is sad. It is sad what people go through. Imagine, I had to highlight a case also. And this is what's happening here. Let me tell you something. The pediatrician, the pediatric ward and adult ward at Mount Hope. Let me tell you what's happening. The toilets have no doors. It have no doors. So if you stay over as a parent at Mount Hope, get back that video for me, please, and put it up. If you stay over as a parent at Mount Hope Medical Complex and you have to use the washrooms, let me tell you something. There's no doors. You could be raped in those washrooms. There's no lights. Nothing. They have no toiletries. They have nothing at Mount Hope. Nothing. The doors are broken. The place is mashed up. And it's terrible. The thing is that, and I mean, it's sad. If a parent have to stay with a child overnight, over 2 days or 3 days, it is terrible. It is totally terrible. And this is happening at the pediatric and adult ward, pediatric and adult ward at Mount Hope, the pediatric ward. It is terrible. And put it up on my CG that the pediatric ward is terrible. The bathrooms are terrible. There's not even a shower curtain. Nothing for a parent. Let's say you stay over with your child. Nothing. And you know what is sad? It's poor people, and I want to say today, it is poor people that rely on these agencies. The San Fernando, you had a case in San Fernando where ants eating up a woman, ants. And they're complaining. In one of the ward there in San Fernando, they're complaining. Ants on the bed. And it wasn't until we highlighted it and posted up. But then, in fact, I had to get a doctor to call, and I don't want to call names. I had to get a doctor involved, and then they fixed the bed and make it up, and the woman was sleeping under her aunt's nest. And it's like people don't care. They don't care. They don't care. And how could, you know, I tell you something, yeah? How could you put a pharmacist in charge of the operations of a hospital? It is terrible. And some of you might say, well, Ian, move on with the show. You can't move on because there are persons who rely on the hospital. People wait for hours with their children. People wait and they go there and wait till next day for a bed. They wait for 7 hours. They wait for 8 hours. That is terrible. If you really care about the people of this nation, it's local government election. We find money to do everything. we find money to do everything. And you telling me that you're supposed to fix that hospital and to make sure that some of these private nursing homes, we must give them a competition and show them how we're not selling everybody by them. Those who can't afford, we still take care of them. Those who just don't want to go to a public hospital, okay, they will go. But there are people who better can't be done. And it's just terrible. I want you to take photos of the washrooms and let's post it up. Take photos of the place. It is terrible. Really, really terrible. Really, it is disgusting. They don't care for the poor people. They have no regards. They have Terrence D. saying, I'm sorry to say you have no regards. You have no regard. Take a walk. Take a walk in the pediatric ward. Take a walk and see the bathrooms that mothers have to go and take a shower when they wait and spend the night with their children. It's terrible. They have no shower curtain. The doors are mashed up. It's dark. All kind of thing. And make sure you put it at the pediatric ward, yeah? Excuse. Let everybody know it's pediatric what I'm speaking about. Let them know. You have to let them know. They have terrible attitude. They have terrible attitude. Imagine you waiting there. Come back to me. You know, your teeth in your cars, the teeth in the rim out of your car, all kind of thing. The teeth in the rim from the car, the teeth in your hubcaps, the teeth in your indicator light, the little emblems to tell you what kind of car, if it's a Mercedes or a Toyota, they're stealing it. And this is happening. And I don't know, but it's disgusting. It's really disgusting because it's poor people that go there. People who just can't depend on people. Not everybody have a 20,000 or 30,000 put away. That if their child gets sick, they will say, let's go to any nursing home. It have St. Clair, it have West Shore, all these things, Gulfview Medical. I'm not discrediting any nursing home. But not everybody can afford to go to a nursing home. There are people who have to hire a car. There are people who have to find transport. Why we don't care about these people? Why? Could somebody tell me, and we are talking about emancipation. Big celebration. We have the king from Ghana here. Big celebration. And yet we are prisoners to these people. We are prisoners to a government that does not care. They don't care. Why we can't have it? Why can't be that when you go to the hospital, there are public hospitals in New York. I have been to public hospitals in New York. Public hospitals. And you should see the conditions of those hospitals. It could match St. Clair. It could match Gulfview. It could match St. Augustine St. Augustine Hospital. It could match these big-time nursing home, medical associates. It could match them. It could match them. And these are public hospitals. You're not paying no money in it. These are public hospitals. It have the high-end hospital where you're living there and you have a big-time medical plan and whatnot, you could go. But the high-end, but I'm talking about why we don't care. I mean, this is terrible. Terrible. This is just shameless. It's disgusting. And you have 2 persons when you go on Saturday morning, they should be fired. They should lose their job. You should put them to work maybe somewhere else, packing pillowcase or something, like mopping a ward or something. They don't deserve to be in the front. They're embarrassing. They're insultive. They speak to people in a very harsh way. In a very harsh way. Nobody can ask them a question. The ladies in front on Saturday morning, nobody can ask them a question. Imagine you go with your child, it is an emergency. And they don't care. They just don't care. Listen, man, it's not a matter. It's just people that slack, you know. People that slack. But that is the way they run. They do not care about the poor people of this nation. All these people going up for election and all this bacchanal thing and fanfare, they don't care nothing about nobody. You know, I tell them flat on national television, you know. It's that people just want to get in the office and they don't care, you know. It's a show thing, it's a ranks thing, it's to just go on the CV and say, hey, what's going on now. I was a leader in a party, I this, I that, I this, I that. But what you really did for the people, and I could go on and talk about that. Yeah, that is sad. That is sad. We have enough money. That's what is a management problem we have, you know. And you ask, do we see ministers there? Do we see the Mercedes and the black Prados and the SUVs and minister children coming in and going out? No minister not taking their family there. No minister taking their granddaughter there. No minister taking their mother there. No minister taking their father there. Nobody going there. Only the poor people go there, and the people are treated really badly, Terrence Dial sing. And I would like you to go to pediatric ward and see how people are being treated. It is terrible. It is terrible, terrible, terrible. And up to me, I said discipline the girls and them who were there on Sunday. They have no manners. They have no training, no customer service. And you actually, you know, long time as I tell you, they are the ambassadors, the hospital ambassadors. And Mary, it's a nice lady called Mary. When you go in there, now, if I go in, I might get different kind of treatment, that is saying. Because they know who I am, and they know one time, what time it is. But that is not right. Everybody should be treated equally. Everybody. Nobody is different. But why we can't treat these people special for those who can't? It's like you're poor, and when you go there, you know you're poor. You know you lost the race before it started. That must stop. But those things were stopping, and I will keep highlighting it, you know. I will keep highlighting this injustice that is committed against the people of Trinidad and Tobago, the people of lesser straws, you know. The people who just can't afford, you know. The people who when the child take you with a pain, they have to call neighbor, just put my child in this car now. It have people that have to take taxi. Yeah, they have to take taxi to go Mount Hope, to go San Fernando. They're treating like dog in health center. And that is why every day now I make up my mind, putting them on blast. You have to put them on blast. Put them on blast. You have to put them on blast. Have to do that. Let us take a fast break.